Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dani and welcome to a new video.
I gave you taste of my love, fact I've been standing there for you. Girl, you saw all the work that I got, I could be holding back from you.
So in today's video, we are doing a review on the Byredo Bibliotheque fragrance. Now I've had this fragrance for about 2 months now and I have so much to say, but before we get into it, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell to be notified when I post more videos, and make sure to check out the rest of my channel for more fragrance, beauty, fashion related content if you're interested. And yeah, let's get started. Okay y'all, so as I mentioned, this will be a review of the Byredo Bibliotheque fragrance. And before we start discussing the fragrance itself, we're just gonna go ahead and read off the notes as it pertains to the Byredo website. So the top notes are plum and cinnamon, the heart notes are leather, accord, and violet, and the base notes are birchwood, patchouli, and vanilla. So I'll start off by mentioning that this was actually my first fragrance purchase from Byredo. I had never smelled or purchased any of their fragrances, but I was traveling, I wanted to treat myself, and I saw all their fragrances on display, so I wanted to go ahead and just try out to see what the hype was, because as a fragrance lover myself, I wanted to understand why everyone loved their fragrances so much. So of course I smelled all the favorites, Mojave Ghost, Gypsy Water, all of those. But as soon as I came across this one, I was stuck and I knew I immediately had to have it. It was like love at first smell. It smelled so good. Okay, so how do I describe this scent? So it's a very sweet smelling fragrance, which typically I'm not big on. However, the muskiness of the leather just ties in so beautifully to cut the fragrance, and it bounces the sweetness out beautifully. One of my friends asked me to describe this fragrance to them, and the best way I can describe it is like you're on a vacation. Like think of like you being on a vacation with the sun hitting your skin, somewhere tropical, somewhere abroad, like Marrakesh, Morocco, right? Think of you just outside, bathing in the sun, putting on something sweet. You're feeling very confident in your femininity and you're wanting to wear something that matches how you feel and where you are in that moment. That is what I would describe this scent to be, because it just feels so mature, but it just smells so delicious. Like a great gourmand scent, which the patchouli, the vanilla, and then the violet adds a nice like fluorescent scent as well, but not too much. So it's somewhere along the lines of like warm floral meets like sweet, right? Like that sweet that can almost be overpowering, but then the leather cuts everything through and balances it perfectly so that it makes like the perfect scent for a woman. Like I feel like every woman should have a scent that smells something like this, because it's not an everyday scent, right? It's not something you're gonna wear every day, something that you're gonna wear on special occasions. I specifically got this in a special occasion. I was in LA at the time, where on my birthday, because I knew that the fragrance itself would just match my energy and just make me feel so confident that day. And then on top of that, the longevity and the sillage of this is sensational. Okay, my birthday festivities were the first week of January. I can still smell this fragrance on my dresses. Literally, if I were to pull my birthday dresses out, I can still smell this fragrance lingering on the dresses. That's a lot to say because it's almost March, you know what I mean? So the sillage of this fragrance is beautiful. It smells so good. It's one of those fragrances that if you're familiar with Byredo and their fragrances, then this you would maybe feel a little bit familiar to a certain extent. But if you're completely unfamiliar, then this would just take you by surprise if you were to smell someone with it, or if you yourself were to go purchase it and wear it, because it just smells sensational. Honestly, in thinking about the upcoming spring and summer months and travel and just vacationing and things that are gonna happen, I'm so excited that I already have a fragrance that I know will match these destinations well, because it just smells so good and I know it lasts, and I'm just so enamored by this fragrance. It's honestly like 10 out of 10. But like I said, definitely something you would wear more on special occasions or on vacations. I think it's not that it's headache inducing, but it is a pretty intense fragrance that you wouldn't want to overdo. Right now, because I'm a little bit obsessed with it, I probably wear this maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. But overall, I think this would be a fragrance that I would want to wear, you know, a few times a month, just depending on the location that I'm going to, as I implement it in my collection overall. But honestly, I cannot rave about this fragrance enough. If you have not tried it, please go try it out. I'm not sure I would do a blind buy unless you are 100% sure that you love all of the notes that I mentioned in the fragrance. And if you do, I think it'll be a pleasant surprise, because it's just like a beautiful concoction. This is one of the fragrances too that I think would make a beautiful gift as a candle if you don't want to gift it to someone in a perfume form. A candle with this scent would just light up any room, especially if you know someone who's a little bit more girly, flirty, likes like the sweeter scents. This fragrance in a candle form would complement their home beautifully, and I think it'd make a great gift. So that's something that I've mentally noted for myself, to think about who in my life I could potentially gift this in a candle form to, because It's honestly perfect. Like, I can't rave about it enough. So that is my honest review about this fragrance. I've done a good number of fragrance reviews on my channel, so I try to keep it very honest. I try to be unbiased. I try to let you know the good, the bad, the ugly. And really the only potential con to this fragrance is that it could be a little bit intense, so you don't want to overspray it. But in my opinion, for a fragrance that smells good, that's a good thing, meaning that because it is costly, you're just able to hold on to the fragrance a little bit longer, knowing that you don't have to spray too much when you wear it out. So yeah, you guys, that was a quick and honest review of the Byredo Bibliotheque fragrance. Make sure to check out the description box for a link as to where you can purchase it. Make sure to check out the rest of my channel, as I mentioned, for other fragrance reviews. I recently did a video of my favorite fragrances and then also my worst fragrances that I completely regret purchasing. So make sure to check those out. I'll link them on the screen above, and then I'll also link them in the description box. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.
I gave you taste of my love, fact I've been standing there for you. Girl, you saw the work that I got, I could be holding back from you.